The suffix we're learning today will teach you how to say something my, or yours, or his. So this is an apple. Bu elma. If I want to say this is my apple, it is very simple. I just add the letter m, or sound m, to the word. Elmam. It's my apple. Bu elmam. So simple. But it is not that simple when a word ends with a consonant, not with vowel. Between two consonants, you need to add some vowel. So for instance, nar, r is consonant, nar, m. Between r and m, there should be one of the four letters. I, U, U. And you need to choose according to the harmony. The harmonical after a should be I, narım. Narım. Soğan, the same, soğanım. And kalem, e should be I, kalemim. Kalemim. Bu kalemim. This is my pen. The same way about patates. Patates. Patatesim. My potato. Patatesim. Okay, and let's look at, for instance, this is arm. Kol. O. After O, I say U. Kolum. Kolum. And after Ö, göz, my eye, gözüm. See how harmonically it flows? If you say gözim or göze, göz, those ones are even not pronounceable actually. So gözüm is the most easily pronounced here. Gözüm, kolum, patatesim, kalemim. And if it ends with a vowel, elmam. Okay, we are ready to learn the next one, which is you. Attention. Unlike English, in Turkish we have different you for singular and different you for plural. So this one that we are learning now is for singular. I'm talking to one person and I'm talking in a more familiar way, not in an official way. So I say, your potato, patatesin. Your apple, elman. You probably already guessed that for you in singular, you should use consonant m and all the same variations. Soğanın, kalemin, gözün, and so on. You are wondering why I'm not using other words like havuç, kaşık, bardak, çiçek. There is a good reason for that. It is more complicated with the words that end with these consonants, like ç or k, especially k is more complicated. Some of the consonants, when you add vowel to them, they change a little bit. When I say a little bit, for instance, havuç, instead of ç, it turns into j. Havucum, my carrot. Havucum. The other ones that we have here are more difficult because they end with k. When you have k in the end and you add something with a vowel, see what happens. K turns into a kind of G that has this thing over it. And it's pronounced differently for the vowels that are at the back and for the vowels that are at the front. So let's look at what we have here. We have bardak. Bardak, k turns into h, which is almost not pronounced, but makes it like bardağım. So it makes a kind of longer, a little bit, bardağım. Or kaşık, kaşığım, my spoon. Okay, and then we have something like çiçek, but e is a front vowel, not the back one. Çiçek. Çiçeğim. Also, e goes kind of longer and becomes almost like this G with this thing over it. Almost is pronounced like it's y. Çiçeğim. Well, then it's time for us to learn something that belongs to the third person in singular, like he or she. By the way, there is no distinction in Turkish. So if I want to say an apple, elma, his or her apple, then I need to say elması. Here we have s after vowels. But if there is no vowel, if it ends with consonant as all the other objects here, then we just need to add the vowel ı or I or U or Ü. And so we just follow this harmony. Try to guess which one we will have to use. So elma is elması, his or her apple. Let's say it's his or her pomegranate. Bu narı, his or her onion. Bu soğanı, his or her pen. Bu kalemi, his or her potato. Patatesi, his or her carrot. Havucu, havuç, ç turns into c, havucu. And now these difficult words where K turns into G. So, bardak, his or her glass. Bardağı, kaşık, kaşığı. Çiçek, çiçeği. Okay, now let's learn to join two suffixes together. Now I want to say not my pomegranate, but my pomegranates in plural. In this case, first I need to add the plurality suffix lar, and then on top of it I need to add the suffix that shows it belongs to me, a possession suffix. So nar, lar, narlarım. Bunlar narlarım. These are my pomegranates. Elma. Bu elmam. This is my apple one. Bu elmam. Bunlar elmalarım. Bu havuç. İki havuç. Bunlar havuçlarım. The same thing you can do with yours. So when you need to say these are your potatoes, you say bunlar patateslerin. Patateslerin. These are your pens. You say bunlar kalemlerin. And now we talk about his or hers. These are his or her onions. Bunlar soğanları. These are his or her flowers. Bunlar çiçekleri. His or her glasses. Bunlar bardakları. There is a certain strict logic in Turkic languages. If you follow that logic, it's like playing a game. You add everything correctly and it works. If you add it in the wrong way, it doesn't work. For instance, elmam, my apple. You cannot add the plurality suffix after that. You cannot say elmamlar. You need to first say elmalar and then elmalarım. Then I want to say my eyes, and I say gözlerim. Gözlerim. Again, when you use numerals, you don't need to use the plural suffix lar. So you say bir patates, iki patates, üç patates. And then I said bunlar patateslerim. These are my potatoes, patateslerim. But if you want to say these are my three potatoes, because you use the numeral 3, you have to use it without lar. Bunlar üç patatesim. Or you say here are your 5 onions. Bunlar 5 soğanın. Soğanlar, soğanların 5 soğanın. So you just skip the plurality suffix here. Kaç kaşık? 5 kaşık. Bunlar 5 kaşığım. 5 kaşığım. Or I say her 3 pencils. 3 kalemi. Or you say your 4 apples. 4 elman. 4 elman.